Going on YouTube? Tyler here with False Neutral Media. Alongside me, my brother co-host Trevor. And we just had Houston, the first Triple Crown of the Supercross
Yeah,
2026 season.
yeah,
And my God, was it amazing to watch. Super entertaining.
yeah. I think for me, the 450s were a lot more entertaining because the 250s kind of went how I kind of expected them to. I mean, I had assumed that we were going to start to see the Kawasaki's pull it together, and my God, they did not disappoint.
Yep.
Uh, I'm ready to get into it. You want to start with the 250 class for this Triple Crown?
Oh, we're about to get into it right now because we already called it. We knew our dude Hayden Deegan was gonna
Mhm.
take it. He was looking absolutely phenomenal, totally dominating that track. Had really good fast lines, and but like we just talked about the Cowie boys, man, their whole shots were awesome leading up front, and I think that's what they need the most because once Kitchen and McAdoo get a good start and put it together and don't have anyone to try to pass or get out of the way of, dude, they are on a mission. We see it from both of them. Levi Kitchen is a whole different rider this season, which we have been waiting for a couple years now. Not to like say
Mhm.
anything negative about him, but he as himself has admitted like it's been some up and downs for him, especially when he was with Star Yamaha with Hayden Deegan and is being his teammate to jumping to another team to try to you know excel his career. So this season I think we're gonna see a lot more from him. I feel like it's still early. Cameron McAdoo though, impressive.
As I kind of saw coming. Cameron McAdoo's been doing good. He's been putting together his starts. It's just the longevity that he needs to kind of prove to himself. And going 3-3-4 at the Triple Crown is certainly a way to show that you have the speed to at least be in the top 3.
Yeah.
It's hard to say show the speed to compete for first place when Hayden's looking as fast as he is. I'm not a big Hayden fanboy. I've had my critiques. He was on fire all weekend. He was absolutely on fire. Qualified insanely fast, came out, swept it, swept the
Yeah.
Triple Crown, shot rounds out. But I think we need to really focus on what's actually happening here, which is Deegan is turning around and firing off guns. And Levi Kitchen's going, "This is the best I've done in 2 years." Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, Deegan, you're just proving what we have said all year you are capable of doing. There is no reason you should be battling with Kitchen. There's no reason you should be battling with Anstey. There's no reason why you should be battling with Max Volan. You are faster than all of these guys.
Yeah.
We all know that. Go out and sweep. Go out and sweep and shoot those finger guns, dude. Yes.
Finger bangs.
Oh, I hate that.
Dude, finger
And
bangs.
what I'm saying is like, if you want to be cocky in that regard, yeah, just be on top the whole time.
Yeah,
But
because
like,
Kitchen doesn't even care. He's like, dude, podium. I just took second
Kitchen's
tonight.
like, this is the best
Yeah.
I've done in a long time. The
I'm
fuck
having
am I worried
I'm
about?
having a pint of fucking ice cream of Ben and Jerry's. You
Pint
think
of
your
Ben and
finger
Jerry's
banging affects me?
it affects me. But I will say, dude, Max Volan surprised the fuck out of me. He had the speed, he had the determination, and he went out, I believe, 5-4-6.
He did.
So top
Yeah.
fives for the first two motos and a six to round out a top 10, leaving him at fourth overall.
Yeah.
But dude, Deegan was finding speed where I didn't know it was possible to go faster. We saw him put moves on people in like the first lap. And next thing you know, he's finished with the whoop section as second place is hitting it. And I'm like, we're on the
Dude.
first lap. what the hell? So it didn't surprise me at all, but it did make me go, Deegan, I think you're starting to realize, wait, maybe me forming up rivalries and trying to sell that harmed me a little bit when I could have just came out here, been humble, and smoked these motherfuckers. It's like,
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, man. You want to know why people like Jet? He came into the 450 class and he goes, I'm just going to do the best I can. And he went undefeated in the 450 class, had no choice but to go, yeah, man, he's a freak. That kid is a fucking freak.
No finger bangs even around in sight.
No finger bangs. Hell, dude, he got to the 450 at SMX and was like, Ken, pass. And Ken was like, you son of a bitch. You stupid fucking
He just had
asshole.
a baby, so I just
Yeah.
let him go by.
I thought I'd give him the
What?
win. Ken Roxon, I will fucking hunt you like a dog. I am so mad. But like, you've got Cooper Webb on Gypsy Tales, right? And Jace McElpeen's like, give it to me straight, dude. Jet Lawrence and Cooper Webb's like, freak. He's a fucking alien freak.
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it. He's too fucking fast. He hits shit and makes us all go, don't stop doing that. You're going to make us have to do that shit. And we've never had to do that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, Hayden, dude, maybe it's time to bear down the hatches, stay laser focused, and go absolutely unchallenged for the rest of the West Coast. Get that fucking title early.
And hop
And
on
then
that
go-
450.
And then go, hey, why not start training? Even if it's just training, get all the training that you can. But
Yeah.
wrap that shit up early, man. Because I'll be real, and I'm going to say it. If Levi can get the consistency, I think there will be a battle. I do not think he's aggressive enough to win said battle. Joe has a spice to him. Joe Shimoda had a spice to him where he's like,
God, I miss
I'm
Joe.
not being told to back down.
Yeah.
We know Mitch Payton's going, Levi, get his ass. And he's like, well, we trained together before. And Mitch Payton's like, I want you to break his kneecaps like Goodfellas. I want you to shove his body into a trunk. And Levi Kitchen's like, the best I can do is cross run him. the best
Or
The
take
best
him
I
out
can do.
out of nowhere.
The best I can do is yard sale, brother. And Mitch Payton's like, at least we got Marchbanks on the 450. How's he doing? And we'll get to that.
Yes.
So it's very, you've got Kawasaki is in this space. Levi Kitchen's probably sitting there going, yeah, I mean, he finger gun blasted me or finger bang, whatever you want to say. But I finally got fucking paid. So I'm going to enjoy this fucking shit.
And I think
And I
we're
love-
seeing that with Hayden, what you're talking about, because he had the perfect opportunity fully set up after launching off that jump, like on that straightaway. Dude, he scrubbed by Kitchen so hard and then cut to that inside. And Kitchen did go up high, but Hayden had every opportunity to punt Kitchen off the track and didn't. So I think what you're saying, you're spot on, because he is starting to lock in. He's just like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I got to start thinking, hey, I'm going to the Premier 450 class. I need to start thinking like a 450 Premier class rider. And he has the maturity, but he loves to have fun. He definitely loves to have fun and put on a show for the crowd. He's very entertaining. But like you said, lock it in. Go 1-1-1, just like he did. But I thought that was cool. It was clean racing. You know, he had the opportunity to take him out and didn't. And that still gave Kit Kitchen the opportunity to, you know, go up there and try to battle for the win. But, you know, that I thought it was perfect. He just stayed consistent. I'll go 2-2 and try to go 2 again and went 3. So I thought it was perfectly executed by the PC Kawasaki team. Cameron McAdoo definitely was looking phenomenal. And as you said, Max Bullen, going 5.46, and Ryder D,
Yeah.
staying consistent, going 6.55 on the night. What did you think
Yeah.
of Ryder D's performance?
I think Ryder D, I think it's just consistency he needs to work on. If I'm being super honest,
Yeah.
I think it was a poor performance in my opinion. Um, that's simply my opinion of it. I think that he has more in the tank, but I think it's did Ryder DeFrancisco have a worst weekend this weekend, or did Max Volan just have a much better weekend? Right?
Yeah.
Because if you look
Okay.
at the way things stacked up, Max Volan was just far more consistent than
Yeah.
Ryder D this weekend. So I'm seeing Max Volan kind of go, okay, dude, if I can put this together, I'm actually a threat. Ryder DeFrancisco is like, okay, I'm dealing with Max Anstey. Now I'm dealing with Max Volan. I have to deal with Michael Moseman, and I have to deal with Cameron McAdoo and Levi Kitchen if they get bad starts. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of pressure on Ryder D where it's like, okay, I have the speed to be top 3. We've seen it. I can do that.
Yeah.
But you also have to take into consideration Cameron McAdoo believes that he belongs on that podium, and you're not going to tell him he can. Max Volan has shown that he absolutely has the speed to get there.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one in that fight. So there's a lot going on. Michael Moseman went, 4.14 because he crashed in that section, tipped it
Oh,
over.
such unfortunate
Yeah,
night for him.
super, super unfortunate. I do think this might have been one of the best performances of Hunter Yoder that we've ever seen. 8, 7, and 7 for a top 10 finish, finishing in 7th overall. I think that's the best we've seen him recently. I know he's been around the top 10.
He is progressing more and more. Yeah. Also, even we'll talk about Max Anstey as well. He had, a couple unfortunate little things happen to him, going down and, bumping into people, just taking the line choice that he probably just didn't want, and there was nowhere for him to go, especially in Moto 1. But he went 10, 6, and 2. So the last Moto 3, it was good to see him go up there and make those passes and take second. Good for him. It's always good, like seeing the old dog go up there and be up there. So no, I thought it was great racing, and yeah, I can agree more with Hunter Yoder. He's definitely surprising me. And yeah, Michael Moseman, man, unfortunate in the second moto, but I still think Moseman's going to be a good contender for the rest of the season. And then Carson Mumford, I mean, was doing pretty good.
Top 10s in the first 2.
Top 10s. And above him, our dude Parker Ross.
Nothing but top 10s.
P9. Parker Ross. Let's go. Super pumped for that dude, man. 9, 8, and 9, taking P9 on the night. Dude, and the last time when I did a video and interview with him, which is on the YouTube channel, it was, I believe, while he was still on SLR Honda. I mean, his goal and mindset was get into the top 10. I'm not trying to be like the top guy yet, setting those high goals for where he's at, but also I think right now he's just making those improvements to where I think in the next coming years we're going to see Parker Ross maybe a top 5 guy in these next coming years, which I'm excited for. Super awesome dude. But no, I thought it was great racing, and I know we got a lot to talk about with the 450. Lots to talk about because that was so exciting to watch. But congratulations to the top 3 with the 250 for the first Triple Crown. Hayden Deegan, congrats, going 1-1-1. Levi Kitchen and Cameron McAdoo. But let's get into the talk of the hour, the premier class of the 450.
Yeah. Let's get into it. One, talk about battles all night. Intense battles. Roxon, Anderson, Justin Cooper, Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac. It was unreal, dude. Chase Sexton trying to claw back throughout every single moto.
Oh man.
Jorge Prado trying to figure it out. Malcolm Stewart digging deep. There was a lot going on, a lot of battles, a lot of contention for this overall due to mishaps that happen. Let's get into it. Eli
Yep.
Tomac
Yes.
is fucking flying.
Yeah.
He is flying. And at some points, right, where we're seeing him make these bobbles and these mistakes in Moto 2 or in Main 2, whatever you want to call it, watching him go over the handlebars after hitting neutral on that
Dude.
step on, step off, I was like, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Watched him drop. He clawed back from what, like 18th, 19th to 13th.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh shit, are we going to see him in the final moto? And he comes out blasting
Yeah.
and
Pissed.
takes the win.
Yeah.
And takes the win. But that's not the only important rider here. Ken Roxon blasts out in the first main, takes it, right? We've got Chase Sexton taking a second close behind. An insane makeup going into the second moto. We've got Cooper Webb finishing in fourth, not even a top three. And the dogs are barking. So what? And of course I go, enough, no barking. And he barks immediately. But what we were seeing is the 450 class absolutely stacked full of battles. But the one who took the overall, Cooper Webb, didn't even take a win. Just consistent compared to all the other riders that had to deal with what they had to deal with. And I thought he put in an excellent ride. I thought Hunter Lawrence really tried to put it together in the last two, going 1-2, but that seventh place finish in the first moto really bit him. Eli Tomac would have been in conversation for the overall, but again, going over the bars hurt him. But I want to hear what you think of the 450 class because it's getting real noisy over here.
No, yeah. It was awesome that Eli was able to get up and race the last round and put in a good race. Super entertaining. Trying to make up the points as best he can. I think he would have been able to get on the track a little bit sooner, but his bike was obviously, battling a tough block. So that made him drop down a lot more just in that loose dirt too, just trying to get out of there. But I'm glad that he's all right. And he was able to keep racing, which is good because he was looking on fire all night.
And you had in the final moto, like this contention over the overall. Ken Roxon's in the conversation, clawing his way back. Only thing standing in front of him in the overall is passing Jason Anderson. Jason Anderson kind of posts him up and is like, oh shit. Next thing you know, Webb starts cutting in, passing both of them. And Ken Roxon's like, what the fuck is happening right now? Meanwhile, you have Tomac that's like, I'm fucking on a charge. I'm not stopping for anybody. I'm battling anybody who comes against me. I think Anderson was holding off 4 different riders, and he didn't care who was going to try and take that line. We see him look in the back, and as soon as he saw Roxon, I bet you he was like, not great, considering the fact that, I went 6, 7, and 5, and Ken Roxon went 1, 5, and was hoping to get this podium spot to kind of solidify himself. But either way you look at it, it was great racing. But I do want to talk about Eli Tomac's line choices because there were parts where like people were like, where's he making up this speed? where everybody was tripling into that section and then hitting the double and landing like midway through that straight stretch,
Yeah.
we were seeing Eli Tomac take his time and double the first and triple out, landing right on the landing and immediately gassing it, keeping that momentum into the inside midline, and then triple out of that section. And he was carrying way more momentum than the people who were tripling from the outside with less momentum. And he
Yeah.
was carrying that speed lap after lap, making like 1, 2 to 3 passes all in those sections right
Yeah.
there. And I was like watching him and I was like, dude, these dudes are losing so much time when they launch themselves like that. And Tomac was like, his whole body posturing was like low to the ground, but his butt wasn't on the seat, but he was like level in a sitting position. So the KTM was just low to the ground to
Yeah.
where he could really get those tires hitting the dirt and immediately propel himself forward. And I was like, dude, Tomac is slowly putting together how he can make this KTM work with any track. And honestly, dude, I think we're in for a crazy rest of the season.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, man. Jorge Prado, he was looking good, 5-3, getting good starts. I heard that there was some talk about, cross jumping. I didn't personally see it. But
Yeah.
if he is doing that, you know my position on that. If you're cross jumping, please stop. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That fucking
Don't
sucks.
fucking do that, Prado.
Yeah, you've been told. I guess. I guess.
Don't do that.
But yeah, I thought we had pretty much the exact people we thought were going to be challenging for a top 3 and a top 5. I think
Yeah.
the only one we didn't think about was the man himself, Cooper Webb, who did everything he needed to come away with that overall win. He was consistent, right? And it's weird saying like he was consistent with a 4-2-3, but it's like compared to a 7-1-2, that is more consistent, brother. And
Absolutely.
it's like
Yeah.
the fact that Cooper Webb knows in these triple crowns, this is a time for me to make a lot of points up. And I'm really good at understanding the median of how this works. I can understand how it ebbs and flows with the points. And as long as I'm consistent and making the passes I need to make, I
Yeah.
can take this home. Notice Cooper Webb only got in podium position in 2 motos.
Yep.
That was enough for him to walk away with the overall. I thought it was fucking awesome watching his race IQ and understanding when he needed to put the medal on and when he needed to be more conservative with his passes.
Yeah.
It was awesome to watch, dude. And all the mechanics writing on their board, they're like, fucking Cooper Webb is coming quick,
Yeah.
dude. Everybody else is like, oh shit. There's not much I can do about that. Even if I'm in front of him, right? If he passes Anderson, like it's kind of over for me. And Ken Roxon's back there just going, why me? Why must God give his hardest battles to his greatest and coolest soldiers? Because I'm suffering.
Yeah, it was definitely a close battle with those three: Ken Roxon, Hunter Lawrence, and Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb, just like we've said millions of times on here, just especially for Triple Crowns, the racing IQ and strategy, he just attacks it so perfectly every time. I think he's very dangerous when it comes to the Triple Crowns, because they're what, 15-minute motos plus 2 laps. So he knows, hey, this is light work. I know what to do. Like you said, making those passes, gaining those points. But honestly, I was kind of cheering for Hunter Lawrence that for that night, because I do want to see him up there and be top of the podium, and he was putting in 100% on in Houston. So it was just all around great racing. Chase Sexton, tuck in the front again. and cost him quite a bit, going 296 on the night, which is unfortunate after having that big win. And trying to triple crowns are tough. They're tough.
Hmm.
People, this is the best way to make up for those points. And it's so close in points with like seven guys, seven
Hmm.
of these riders in the premier class. Jason Anderson going 6.75. I thought he looked phenomenal. He led a little bit. He was definitely hard to pass as always, and riders are scared to pass. But I
Hmm.
do think if he got even cross-rutted by Prado, that or cross-rutted or anything, because I don't know who he Prado did that to, but I do know one of the
Hunter.
rider. Well, yeah, I don't know who he did it. He did it. I'm hearing that he did it 3 times, and it looked
Hmm.
very purposeful. But the one that I guess was captured, and I still need to kind of go back and see carefully. But like you said, he did it to Hunter. Um, dude, I would have been absolutely furious.
Hmm.
But he Prado's trying to be in there, but I mean he went 5-3-11 on the night, so he is one to definitely look out for. He's in championship points.
Hmm.
It's a bummer. I know that Christian Craig I think crashed. I
Hmm.
don't know if it was in Moto 1 or qualifying. I think he was in Moto 1, but he was up there for a little bit. He went 19, 8 and 8 on the night, and he was looking
Hmm.
phenomenal as well. So always good seeing Christian Craig up there. Joey Savatgy 17, 12 and 15. I think
Hmm.
that's that night in Houston was maybe a little bit more of a struggle for him. AP with 12, 11 and 13 on the night. I know he's,
Hmm.
kind of getting back into the flow with everything. He was looking good in the first couple rounds, and I like the track. I thought was slick. It was technical. There was some ruts and stuff, but the line choices were probably you just had to be doing what everybody was doing, the fast top guys were doing. And sometimes it's like, dude, if I'm not feeling confident, I'm not gonna hit it, just
Hmm.
play it safe, get through the round and stay healthy and consistent. um Garrett Marchbanks, he's still learning that 450. I think
Hmm.
it's gonna take him a little bit for this year of him just kind of learning it. I know that we talked about it. It is a bummer because, dude, Marchbanks is fucking awesome, dude, and we want to see him
Hmm.
on top. But he's still learning, and the power of the 450. Sorry, and but I think we're gonna see a lot more of him with outdoors being a top
Hmm.
contender over Supercross this season.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh, my personal opinion, I think it was just Cowie needed a 450 rider, and unfortunately, I think, in my opinion, I just think Garrett Marchbanks wasn't ready for it.
Yeah,
I think he's going to have to put it together and learn a little bit more. And I don't think it's a fault of Garrett Marchbanks. I think it's honestly, hey, you've got Sexton coming onto the team. You get moved up to the big dog leagues. How much training and prep and assistance he had getting ready for that, we don't know. But
yeah.
it's like, I hope that he starts to put it together because he has natural speed and he's got a hard work ethic. And I'd love to see him out there in the top 10. But let's get to our predictions. Let's get to it.
Well, before
250 class.
before
Yes.
predictions, SMX next.
Hmm. Ah, yes.
They raced, and it was
Hmm.
entertaining. And
Hmm.
we had Caden Dunney, take the win.
Dudney.
Dudney taking the
Hmm.
win, looking phenomenal, and it was a fast track. I mean, the fastest, uh, lap time just for that class was 50 seconds, lap
Hmm.
time. So it was really good. Deacon Dino doing a phenomenal job putting his Triumph up on top of the box, taking second, and Landon Gordon taking third. Vincent Way getting the whole shot in that race, but he ended up dropping down to 12th. My dude, Nate Freehill, he had kind of a tough night. He tried doing, I saw it on his Instagram. He tried doing one of the sections and ended up, going down kind of right before the step on, step off where Tomac went down. And then, he had some, problems in some of the corner, but, he'll get it together. He'll pull it through. And again, it's just his first year, so he's figuring it out, but we're cheering for him. And my dude, Timbo Slice, taking 8th on the 9th, putting that Bar X Yamaha up there in the top 10. So it was awesome. I'm really stoked for the future of these guys, and just seeing them progress as riders, racers, and men going into the sport. But yeah, let's get into the predictions. Awesome racing, and now we are off to Glendale.
Arizona.
Round 5.
Predictions for 250s.
Tell it. Say it.
Deegan, Cameron McAdoo, Ryder D. That's my podium. Wild card for 250. Thinking about Glendale, I'm going to say my wild card is going to be Michael Mosman.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a little frustrated because he's been very consistent, and that 14th in Moto 2 this weekend is probably going to irritate him. And knowing how hard he works, I think it's going to light a fire and it's going to push him to be a wild card. But I think Cameron McAdoo showing us he can be consistent with a 3-3-4 and a Triple Crown, coming back and trying to get his race bearings back. I think he's starting to find it, and next week I think we'll start seeing him put all that together.
Yeah.
That's my picks for the 250.
With my 250, I always say Hayden. I have a feeling he's going to win, but I'm going to throw a curveball.
Okay.
I think Cameron McAdoo is going to win. I have a gut feeling he's getting better and better and better and more comfortable and confident on that Cowie. So I'm going to go Cameron McAdoo, Hayden Deegan, Max Bullen, wild card Levi Kitchen.
Okay.
Mixing it up a little bit. But again, I do think Hayden might take it, but I'm gonna be a little different here. I think we're gonna see a little more with the PC Cowie boys, but I think Cameron McAdoo is going to take top plate for the night.
Okay.
A little curveball.
I like it. 450s. We'll have you go first this time.
450s. God, it's tough, man. I think from all the emotions from Houston, man, this class is just tough, man. But Glendale, I think Cooper Webb's gonna win. I think he's gonna take it, and then I think it'll be Eli Tomac and Ken Roxon, and my wild card is going to be Hunter Lawrence.
Interesting picks. Hunter Lawrence, Eli Tomac, and I'm going to say rounding out third is going to be Ken Roxon, and all three of those could interchange any of those positions. Wild card will be Chase Sexton at Glendale.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to pick Chase, but you know, that front tire on the Cowie, it is troublesome for some of these riders, man. I feel like that bike is definitely a back, you know, a back wheel rider. Um, Not saying that it's, you know, still pretty much set up for from just all the years of riders, especially in, you know, the early 2000s, but no, yeah, I think if he just figures that front end out, or they figure it out, which I know they will eventually, especially with Chase. Yeah, Chase, man, it's hard not to pick him because he is hungry. He wants it, and he has the speed. He's one of the fastest dudes, and no, I think those are good picks. So we got different
Yeah.
variety. I try to we try to make it a little interesting with our picks. But yeah, I think
Well,
it's gonna be good.
I just took a cursory glance. Your picks and my picks intermingle because guess what we have from 450 results from last year at Glendale?
Tell us.
Number one was Chase Sexton. Number two
Mm,
was Cooper Webb.
yeah,
Number three was Ken Roxon. But what we have now is Eli Tomac in the mix. We've got a little more nuance. We've also got
yeah,
Hunter Lawrence on a different level. So all of our picks kind of coincide with what happened last year. So I think we're in for it. This is around the time where Cooper Webb starts kind of igniting that fire and hitting tracks that he's really good at. So I think we're in for a treat.
absolutely, absolutely, and we'll keep an eye on Prado because he has been up there
Mm-hmm.
leading a little bit and trying to be a championship point contender. So I'm excited. Glendale's going to be exciting. Arizona, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
wait.
going to be good.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate all the support, and I hope you guys are enjoying the season as well as we are. And let us know your picks down in the comments. And just what your thoughts were with some of the riding and racing and battles that we saw in Houston, and what you guys are obviously looking forward to for the rest of the season or Glendale. So leave a like, leave a comment, tell your friends, tell your family, because we are pretty awesome. We're pretty
Yeah.
awesome, trying to grow.
Yeah.
Help us grow. And we can't do it without you guys. So thank you guys, and we will see you after I get back from SoCal, because I'll be in SoCal filming for Road to Mammoth at Glen Helen, and the following weekend at Glen Helen again for Mini Monsters. So I will be back, and we'll just have to kind of, you know, make it work. So we'll see you then. Thank you guys for tuning in. Later.